his own character. His ability is called shadow discs. He can create these discs. If you know that dude from the Blackout episode, he can throw these discs out. Christian could basically do that, but they're shadow black discs. What are way stronger, it can fly you. He can also shoot them from the ground unexpectedly. He can use them in close range, like a freaking Rasen Shuriken. He can use them from long range, like a Destructo disc. He can also use it as a shield. Kind of like Nine's ability, where he can just block all of Deck's attacks. Nine from Heroes Rising. He goes, well, let's get into this. He's going to introduce it about episode 30. Well, when the Ember, like right when Remy returns and explains how she was at a funeral. And there's tons of people panicking in the hall. So like, as Remy says, what's going on out there? Blake says, no idea. Arden says, I don't know either. Let's go check. As they see a body in the hall. It's not dead, but it looks unconscious. Then she looks at the face saying, wait a minute, that's Christian. Because he's a royal. He has a power of 6.9. Haha, 69. He's stronger than Arlo and his ability is insanely powerful. But he goes, as he's unconscious, they bring him to the thing, and Arlo asks, who could have done this? The only person who could probably have beaten you is Serafina. And then you two never fight. He goes, oh, well that's what happens when you try and fight the strongest villain who killed Ray. Never, note to self, don't fight a villain. Arlo says, idiot, what villain did you fight? He goes, Ember. I got a couple of good hits. As he shows that he's got a burn mark on his chest and stomach, his arms and legs as well. He says it was a good fight. But Ember is at a disadvantage now. I landed a couple of cuts on it. I don't know if Ember's a girl or a boy. Pretty sure it's her. He cut off Ember's arm. And cut off one of her eyes, and cut away one of her eyes with a small version of his disc. And that's amazing. Now Ember's at a way bigger disadvantage. He goes, the problem is that Remy is that Ember pierced a hole as he pulls up his leg sleeve. Ember burnt a hole through my leg, which still hurts to this day, but I can easily fix that. He snaps his fingers. As it's back to normal, he goes, yeah, I know how to use magic somewhat. Earl says, magic isn't even real. He goes, then how did that just work? He goes, exactly. He goes, what's that smell? It doesn't smell too good. Blake says, yeah. Tons of people are yelling out, fire! Fire! I'm kidding, no one knows that. Kirsten says, what the heck is that smell? It smells like a skunk. Or, it says, it smells like a skunk, or, he looks at us and it's like, a rat! He says, a rat! He goes, do I smell that bad? He goes, no, I'm just saying that because I actually did smell something, and it smells like smoke. As he gets back out of bed, as they hear a cracking in his bones as he falls to the ground. As the doc says, you won't be moving for a while, buddy. You're lucky you survived this. You are so lucky. He goes, let me explain what happened. Ember burned through his bone, which means he's going to have an impossible time walking. Next thing you know, he has gotten so much burn on him that if you put him on a, if you cut a piece of his arm off, cut it into a little pieces and fed it to a person, they wouldn't, and put a little smoked Caesar on it, they wouldn't even notice, they wouldn't know the difference between steak and his arm. He goes, he says here as he makes Christian chug a drink, as he goes, chug, chug, chug. As he finishes it off going, I'm done. As Doc says, you'll be healed in a couple of days. As they're sitting on a chair as he falls asleep, everyone's looking at the TV in the hospital room, seeing that something's chasing, some black thing is going throughout the city, cutting through anything it comes in contact with, as it's right now chasing Ember. As they see a little movement in Christian's blanket at hand level, as they see that he's asleep, but he's moving his fingers left to right. As they look at the TV, seeing that all the way he's moving his fingers is the way that the drones move, as the giant thing's moving. They're like, he's controlling it? As they say, it's Ember, the villain Ember, and it's chasing after him. He goes, as he slams his hand on the bed while sleeping, which makes the thing come and cut Ember's other arm off. As Ember no longer can use her ability, as the superheroes catch her going, her arms randomly regenerate and claw their eyes as they all die. As then, the thing comes again and cuts off her arm and her eye again. And then it fades away. She goes, oh yeah, Christian's a second year. Not a third year, a second. He's the Emperor of Wellston. And for some reason, his ability improves every year. It gets a higher level every year. His base ability level as a child was about 5.5. So his ability has increased so much. As when Christian's finally healed, it's time for another turf wars, which the same school that they challenged before is challenging him again. It's Christian, Arlo, Remy, and Blake. These four are heading to turf wars. Remy says, "Are you sure you're alright?" He goes, "I'm fine, Remy. You don't have to worry so much. I'll take the fights. Blake, you start." Blake just loses his second round. Actually, Blake loses first. Christian says, "Geez, these guys have gotten stronger." As Christian closes his eyes and looks at the arachnid girl saying, "She's on the same level as Serafina. That's insane." Ella goes to trap her in a barrier, as she goes to strike him, she actually crushes through his barrier, and she doesn't even take any reflection damage. He goes, "What the hell? She didn't take any reflection damage." Just all the things come planting at her, going, as he goes, as he's knocked and defeated. He starts laughing, as now it's time for Remy, who loses as well. Because, you can't Remy cannot even get close to competing with John. What makes you think she can compete with Serafina, someone on Serafina's level? It's Christian's turn. Here he goes. He's actually Wellston's he's Wellston's Shadow King. As he blitzes her going, dun 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 dun, as he lands a punch breaking one of her antennas, then grabbing it, then ripping it off, going, as he starts using it as a weapon, going, he throws it up in the air and goes, "How about some sushi, bitch?" As he creates a disc and goes and throws it. It cuts through all of her attacks. He goes, what the? Yeah, I'll play tomorrow. As it almost cuts her arm off, but then she blocks it back. As he goes, and creates a humongous one. As he throws it going, as she somewhat blocks it, as her things are getting filed down like a nail filer on nails. As he goes, she goes, I can't hold it back any longer. As it cuts her neck a teensy bit as she's unconscious. As he defeats the rest of the team with ease, going. Arlo says, why couldn't I defeat her? I defeated her last time. Christian says, that's the point. I revealed her level. Her ability level skyrocketed up to about 8.5. That's higher than Seraphina's. She's dangerous. Very dangerous. And that's it for now.